Hello and welcome to Augustin's Game Center channel update. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured it was well overdue, especially with all the comments I've been getting regarding my series and the channel and where are things going and where are things. So a couple of things to cover on this video. The first part of the video is going to be an update as to what's happening and why it's happening, and then the second part of the video is going to be a thank you to all my viewers for watching my videos and sticking with the channel. So let's get right down to the update, and this is going to be mostly an update of three series, because you know, the most popular series on my channel are Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, as far as I can tell anyway, particularly the Skyrim series. So I think I owe an explanation for those, because I know a lot of fans are excited about continuing those series and things, and I've been getting a lot of questions as to when is Season 3 going to begin for Trysting and all that. So there's a bit of bad news with that, and it is that I don't know if I really want to keep playing with Trysting, and the same, all of this can be said for the Morrowind and Oblivion. In hindsight, I don't think I should have done all three RPs or roleplays at the same time. I think it's a little exhausting, and maybe I might have burned myself out a little bit on it. It's hard, you know. There's a huge deal of thought that goes into it, because not only do you have to stay in character, which is easy enough, but I often found myself having a hard time trying to come up with reasons why I would do things. For example, I actually started recording Season 3, and I wanted to do the Thieves Guild quests, but I had a really hard time coming up with legitimate reasons why Trysting would want to do that, other than just the thrill of it, and it was becoming more of a hassle than it was fun for me. You know, for you guys it might have still been fun to watch, but for me it was becoming more work than fun. And you know, to me, I don't think that games should be that way. I shouldn't play a game where I'm not having any fun. Not to say I wasn't having any fun, but you know, it was becoming more of a hassle. It's also, I found it, and this is especially true with Morrowind and Oblivion, but it was starting to become true of Skyrim, I found it very hard to pretend like I don't know things. Or, that's not the best wording of it. It wasn't hard to do, it just felt silly. Like, it felt silly to, you know, pretend like I don't know where a place is, even though I might, you know. It felt silly, and, you know, it's funny because I play tabletop role-playing games. I'm actually a game master as well for my groups, and for some reason it's easier in that setting than in a video game setting to pretend like you don't know where something is, or metagaming they call it, you know. If your character doesn't know it but your player does, you should restrain yourself to your character's knowledge. But it's very hard to do for some reason, or I find it very hard to do in a video game, particularly in these three. And I was starting to feel a little silly, you know, pretending like I didn't know where, just to throw an example out there, Waynon's Priory is, you know. I know where that is in Oblivion. I've been there 100 times. And it was, again, it added to the exhaustion factor of the role-playing for me. It became, again, more work than fun. And also, I feel like sometimes when I was playing those games, the Elder Scrolls series is one of my favorite series of all time. And for me, it's a very important series in my video gaming history, and I get very nostalgic about it. And particularly Morrowind and Oblivion, but whenever I would play Skyrim, those thoughts would also creep into my head, and oftentimes I want to make comments about, oh, I remember when I did this, or I remember when this happened, or I want to tell stories, because back in the day I didn't record myself playing, but you know, there might be some really fun stories to tell, like, oh, I thought you could do this back in the day, but really I ended up just going to jail, or something like that. You know, and just maybe a fun story, but I can't do it because I'm in character and I'm role-playing, and I find that frustrates me sometimes when I play. And, you know, I keep thinking to myself, well, if I just had a regular series where I just play the game, and I just have fun, and I just, you know, play it normally without necessarily being in character, I could do all those things and still have a blast playing. And the other thing that I feel frustrates me in terms of, particularly Skyrim, because I've played that one the longest on camera, as you can no doubt tell. I have, you know, 2 full seasons of that, which is, you know, I'm just estimating here, but I think I have like 50 videos on each season about, and each one is about an hour long, so maybe like, you know, probably over 100 hours between both playlists around. So that's a lot. And you know, I kind of feel like playing a new character. I feel like doing something different, maybe being a different race, maybe having a different skill set. And, you know, all those things add up, and it becomes very hard to focus on doing a role play of a series when I've got all these other things in my mind that I want to do, but I can't because I'm tied down to the role play. So that's really where those series stand, and I'm sorry if that upsets people, because like I said, I know that those are very popular in my channel, and I know that people were looking forward to it, but I just, you know, I'm being honest with you guys, it's just not as fun as it was before for me. And, you know, I think just like the people watching my videos, I'm in it for the fun, you know, I want to have fun while I play, I don't want it to be a chore, and once it becomes a chore, then, you know, it's just, to me, not worth doing. So, is this the end of the Elder Scrolls series? Is this, you know, am I never going to play those on my channel again? Absolutely not. Elder Scrolls is some of my favorite games ever, particularly those 3. I really like Daggerfall as well. I could totally see myself picking up any one of those games again and just having fun with it. I don't know if I'm really going to get into the heavy role-playing. There's always, to some degree, a level of role-playing on my videos, and particularly on RPGs like that. There's always going to be me sort of responding back to NPCs in a roleplay fashion, but I probably won't have as much of a heavy emphasis on role-playing as I have in the past. Another thing that frustrates me is there's lots of mod updates that I want to do, and I don't know if that's going to mess up my game. Like, some of the mod updates are really great. So I'm, you know, looking forward to that. So, will there be more Skyrim in the horizon? You know, that kind of leads me into the next part of the video, because I'm gonna let you guys decide that. But before we get to that, the first thing I want to do is just say thank you. Thank you guys for watching. This is amazing. You know, I have 1,000 subscribers right now, and I realize not all 1,000 of them are watching my videos at all times, because then I would have a lot more views. But that's alright with me. It's just amazing that I even have that many. And amazing that people just watch my videos. There's been so many great suggestions in my videos by the commenters, and I think that's what I appreciate the most, more than people watching my videos or subscribing. People who comment and give me great suggestions. My Let's Plays and my role plays and my videos in general would not be where they are if not for the great suggestions of some of my viewers, and, you know, a really big thank you to those people, the people who recommended some great mods for the Skyrim Let's Play, people who recommended ideas. You know, it doesn't have to be a technical recommendation. People who answer questions on my videos, whether they're questions that I have about the game or questions that other users have, that then I don't have to go in and answer because these people already, you know or something. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for getting involved in my videos. And that's what this part of the video is going to be more about. It's going to be about you guys getting involved. So I wanted to say that, before we get into that though, I wanted to say that I'm really glad that there are people out there who can enjoy my playstyle, because I don't think my playstyle is the most conventional. I'm very slow-paced and very meticulous and to some degree tedious. And I realize that it's not always the most exciting thing, but that's just how I play and that's how I have fun. And I'm so glad that there are people out there who can enjoy it and who hopefully enjoy the game playing like that too, or enjoy playing the game like that too. So that means a lot to me. And also people are actually willing to listen to my rants, whether it's playing the game or watching a video like this. So thank you to those people as well. Now, for 1,000 subscribers, I thought I should do something special. So I had a couple of ideas and I'm gonna throw them out there. I wanted to thank you guys. And what I'm gonna do is get you guys involved in a few things. Number one, and this is a sort of a pretty standard, by no means original, but I wanted to do a question and answers video, a Q&A. So I want you guys to post questions on this video in the comments, and I will gather up the questions over a given amount of time, you know, however long I see fit, however many questions. It'll depend on how many questions I get, you know, and how quickly. But, you know, ask me things. It doesn't have to be about video games. It can be about, you know, movies or things like that, you know, hobbies or things like that. So you can post questions here in the comments, and I will make a video answering those questions in the future. And the other thing I wanted to do as a thank you and as a fun way of getting people involved is I want, because of the comments that suggested things in the past, having had such an impact on my channel and on my playstyle and things like that, I want more suggestions from you guys. And this time I want big suggestions. I want to hear requests. I want suggestions for future LPs. This is your chance on this video in the comment section to post games that you want me to play on the channel. You know, if you want to see your favorite game being played by me, post it on here. If I don't have the game, I'll see about getting it, so don't worry about what kind of game it is, just post it. If you make something really obscure, then chances are I'll never play it. Like if you guys want me to play the Zelda games on the CDI, you're out of luck. I'm not getting a CDI anytime soon, but you know, for the most part, especially anything mainstream that's easily accessible, go ahead, give me suggestions. I want to see it, and you know, I can't promise anything, but especially with classes starting up soon, but I want to see the suggestions, and I promise you I will look into it, and if I can do it, I will play it on the channel. I've gotten a lot of game suggestions in the past, and now they're scattered all over the place. But now that I'm kind of, you know, the only series I really have going right now at a steady rate is Harvest Moon 64 and Super Mario 64, which is pretty laid back. So I definitely have the time and energy to play something else, to take suggestions from you guys and give you what you want. And don't just restrict it to new games that you haven't seen before but you want to see. This also involves, going back to the update, this involves Elder Scrolls. I want suggestions for characters. I want suggestions for, like, for Skyrim, you know, for races and skill sets that you want me to use. Because, again, the bad news, I guess, is, for those of you enjoying the series before, I don't think I'm going to be updating that again. But the good news is, this gives me a whole opportunity to play the game more thoroughly, to go on more quests than I ever have before, to go through things better, and to play a character that everybody likes. So give me suggestions. Do you want me to be an orc? Do you want me to be a Dunmer? You know, what do you want me to be? How do you want me to play? And again, there's always going to be some level of role-playing in my RPG series especially, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it as heavy as before. But that doesn't mean it should stop you from suggesting personality types for my characters, you know? Basically a lighter roleplay. I still plan on using all the great mods that I've been using, like Frostfall and Needs and Diseases. I can't imagine playing Skyrim without those mods at this point. But yeah, I want to hear suggestions from you guys. Is there a particular quest line that you really want to see that Trysting never got into? I'm sure there's a ton of that. I know I have some requests for that. You know, I'm really anxious to see what the Dark Brotherhood quest line is like, or Oh god, I'm like dying to see what Soulstorm is like in Skyrim. I still haven't seen that, so give me your suggestions. Not just for new games and new Let's Plays, but also for new series, a new Skyrim series, or new Oblivion or Morrowind, or whatever it is that you want to see from my channel. I want to hear your suggestions, and remember to also post your questions on this video, and I will answer them in the future. And again, I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who watches my channel, everyone who comments, everyone who gets involved, and especially the people who are going to get involved in this video. A big thank you to those. And I should also mention, I forgot, by no means are you limited to one suggestion per user. If you feel like suggesting 20 games to me, do it. Will I play all of them? Probably not, but you know, maybe I can pick something out of the list. If you feel like asking 20 questions, you know, in a single comment, do it. Just make sure you space it out right or something. I really want you guys to get involved. I want you guys to have fun with this. And I realize that, you know, there may be some bad news in the first part of this video to those of you who were enjoying the old roleplay in Skyrim, but I want you guys to kind of look ahead, as, you know, this is going to be a fun project that I'm working on here. You know, making the games more fun for me will hopefully make the games more fun for you to watch as well. So keep that in mind. And again, thank you so much for watching. And keep watching. There will be more to come in the channel. And I always want to hear from you guys. So if you have suggestions that aren't necessarily game related or things like that, put them on the video. You know, if you think, you know, my videos need something or anything like that, put some comments on this video. I always want to hear from you guys. So that's about it. This has been Agustin from Augustin's Game Center, of course. And thanks for watching. As always, I look forward to hearing from you guys.